book of Joshua, chapter 7, verse 13. Up, sanctify the people, and say, sanctify yourselves against tomorrow. For thus saith the Lord, Yahawah, God of Israel, there is an accursed thing in the midst of thee, O Israel. Thou cannot stand before thine enemies, until ye take away the accursed thing from among you. In the morning, therefore, ye shall be brought according to your tribes. And it shall be that the tribe which the Lord Yahawah taketh shall come according to the families thereof. And the family which the Lord Yahawah shall take shall come by households. And the household which the Lord Yahawah shall take shall come man by man. And it shall be that he that is taken with the accursed thing shall be burnt with fire, he and all that he hath, because he hath transgressed the covenant of the Lord Yahawah Shai, and because he hath wrought folly in Israel. Call La Yahawah Shai, Waha, Wachakudash. Double honors to the hopefully elect elder apostles slated to be saved, Lord willing, starting with those at the Great Millstone Church, and to the rest abiding under this doctrine, from you elder brothers, the elder brothers teaching this truth, on down to the younger brothers, you younger brothers teaching this truth, and all true faith and sincerity. Shalom to the elect, shalom to the men here at my camp, at my congregation. All right, those being diligent, and on fire for, this truth, the truth, man. And to the rest of you believers, you men, women, and children of the Israelite race, all right, shalom. But ultimately to the elect, those that will go on to be found to have been in the house of David. So yeah, quick message. If you fall out, you brothers, you and your household gonna die. The Lord gonna kill you and your household. He gonna kill you. He gonna kill your woman. He gonna kill, he could kill you. He gonna kill you. He could kill your woman. He could, if you got a woman, he could kill your kids. All of that, man. I'll put it like that. But those that, because I don't know, the spirit just, beam this down real quick, man. Beam this message down real quick. And, I know you got to speak. So, the water Yahawah Shai, for the permit to do such, ultimately the license. But that's the message, man. If you fall out this truth, man, for whatever reason, you got some other plans going on, you think this ain't, demon done got on you, you think you just gonna continue, you may have a family or whatever, and y'all just gonna continue outside. No, the Lord gonna kill you, and he gonna kill your family, and he could keep them alive and kill your ass, But this is how the Lord gets down. He'll kill you and he'll kill your whole household, man. So it'll behoove you to stay in this truth. All right, it behooves us to stay in this truth, man, because that the Lord done did it before, and the Lord don't change, man. All right, and the only reason I say, he could keep them alive, for instance, you had Abigail, you see, reserved for another, but more than likely, Lord gonna kill you and your household, man. You see, and then what's spiritual about it? It was never written. I don't believe that Abigail had any children with I forget his name off the top of my head. So that's what makes that feasible, if you will, or doable, to be done in that regard. Lord killed, her husband and gave Abigail to David. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, from what I remember, according to the record, she had no kids with him. Okay. Now, that's what's different with this, because if you have a family, and like I said, for whatever reason, to seduce, obviously the seducing spirits, it's the times we in, have hitting you, and you starting to, be allured to whatever, illusion that has overcome you, and you think it could be all right outside of this, and we're gonna go ahead and do this. We're gonna do our own thing. No, the Lord, He's gonna kill you, and He's gonna kill your family, man. All right. So this is Joshua 7, and I'm gonna jump to the point. It says what? This is from the account when Achan, right, was the one that was found guilty for taking of the accursed thing. When we went to war. All right, Achan from the tribe of Judah. Okay. Now, I'm gonna jump to the point. It says that this is headed as Achan sin. All right. Now, I'm gonna just take it from the top, verse 16. So Joshua rose up early in the morning and brought Israel by their tribes, and the tribe of Judah was taken. And he brought the family of Judah, and he took the family of the Zarahites, right? And he brought the family of the Zarahites, man by man. Zabadi was taken. Okay, now when you read that in the NLT, it says what? The clans of Judah came forward, and the clan of Zerah was singled out. Then the families of Zerah came forward, and the family of Zimri was singled out. You see? A whole family, man. A man's whole family. And when you go on and read it in the KJV, it says, and he brought, the next verse, and he brought his household. You see? He brought his household, man by man. And Achan, the son of Carmite, the son of Zabadi, the son of Zerah of the tribe of Judah, was taken. In the NLT, it reads what? In the translation, it says, for the same verse, it says, every member of Zimri's family was brought forward, person by person, and Achan was singled out. Now you jump down to the point, verse 19. It says in the KJV, and Joshua said unto Achan, my son, give I pray thee, glory to the Lord Yahawah, God, power of Israel, and make confession unto him, and tell me now what thou hast done, hide it not from me. And Achan answered Joshua and said, indeed, I have sinned against the Lord Yahawah, you see, God of Israel, and thus have I done. That's basically what he's saying. Like, this, I did this, basically this. So if you go off, if you fall out, go off, you and your whole family is at stake, man. When I saw, this is what he says in verse 21. When I saw was known as verse 21. When I saw among the spoils a goodly Babylonish, Babylonish garment. See, and 200 shekels of silver and a wedge of gold of 50 shekels weight. Then I coveted them and took them, and behold, they are hid in the earth in the midst of my tent, and the silver under it, yeah. So an illusion got on him, a seducing spirit. He got caught up in the world. He got entangled. He got entangled, and this was literally dealing with war. We was instructed to go and war, and we know now, even better with this account, when we read that scripture in what's that, 1 Timothy, the 2nd chapter, how it's written, through the ordinance, through the counsel of Paul, who Yahawashi dealt with directly. He said, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that, he may please him who have, chosen him to be a good soldier, which is Yahawah from Yahawashi, man. You see that? So, paraphrasing, it makes more sense. So in the moment of this man being in war, he was caught up, man. When he was supposed to be fighting for his life, some seducing spirit came and he lost sight of his life being at stake, and he thought, he could basically he had got another idea to win the war, or deal with the war, which was basically him laying down in the middle of war while everybody's shooting and got guns out, and thinking he could survive that way, or completely just turning his back on the war and just walking back off, in his head into the sunset. And, that's basically the equivalent of what he did, man. Because the war, it was only one way to win the war, and that was to go kill them and not take the spoils. But he did that very thing he did not. He thought he could do something else and win the war. You know, he thought the war could be won another way, but he was going to be gladly, mistaken, corrected, man, by Yahawashi. Well, really, the Lord said he don't even have any pleasure that the wicked perish, but that the wicked will turn from his wicked way. Paraphrasing it, they agreed that in Ezekiel. But anyway, verse 22, so Joshua sent messengers, and they ran unto the tent, and behold, it was hid in his tent, and the silver under it. And they took him out of the midst, you see? And they took him out of the midst of the tent, and they took them, Salakia, out of the midst of the tent, and brought them unto Joshua, you see, and unto all the children of Israel, and laid them out before Yahawah. See that? And the NLT is reading, it says what? It says in verse 22, it says, so Joshua sent some men to make a search. They ran to the tent and found the stolen goods hidden there, just as Achan had said, with the silver buried beneath the rest. Right? They took the things from the tent and brought them to Joshua and all the Israelites, and then they laid them on the ground in the presence of the Lord Yahawah. Back in the KJV, next verse 24. And Joshua and all Israel with him took Achan, the son of Zerah, and the silver, and the garment, and the wedge of gold, and his sons, and his daughters, and his oxen, and his asses, and his sheep, and his tent, and all that he had. See, and all that he had. And they brought them unto the valley of Achor. Right? And it said, and it goes on to say, and Joshua said, why hast thou troubled us? Why hast thou, just him, troubled us? The Lord Yahawah shall trouble thee this day. And all Israel stoned him with stones, and burnt them with fire. After they had stoned them, you see, after they had stoned them with stones, you see, and you read that in the NLT if it's not clear. Then Joshua said, in the same verse, then Joshua said to Achan, why have you brought trouble on us? The Lord Yahawah will now bring trouble on you. And all the Israelites stoned Achan and his family and burnt their bodies. You see, and burnt their bodies. See? And they raised over him a great heap of stones unto this day, back in the KJV. So the Lord Yahawah turned from the fierceness of his anger, wherefore the name of that place was called the valley of Achor unto this day. You see? Trouble. Valley of trouble. Alright? But anyway, yeah, man. That's what's subject to happening. You came into this truth. All that you have is subject, man. To the will of Yahawah, and it always was. You just know it now, and it's even, So really, even more subject, including all that you have. 1 Corinthians 7:12. But to the rest I speak, I, not the Lord. See, if any brother, meaning somebody that's in his truth, helping with, in his ministry, some way, shape, or form. You have eaten of the body, you ate the Passover, you ate of the Passover. If any brother have a wife that believeth not. You see, if any brother hath a wife that believeth not. Yeah, because his brothers and his truth are wives. Women, households, families, whatever. It says, and she be pleased to dwell with him. See, let him not put her away. See that? It says, and the woman which hath an husband that believeth not. Yeah, sister that may be in the truth, She's in the faith of Yahawah, but her husband don't believe. You see? Like the instance of Abigail and her husband. But anyway, and the woman which hath an husband that believeth not. If he be pleased to dwell with her, he don't care about the truth, but he like, he on some he acknowledge you as his woman, you his woman, you his wife, It says, let her not leave him. You see? For the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, you see, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. See that? Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. So your family is subject unto you, man. You know, you doing the work and get them saved. You stop not doing the work or falling out. You know, can get them killed, man, including you. See? So that's just simply the point. All right, Joshua 20, and to the point. Salakia, Joshua 22 and 20. Did not Achan, the son, so always remember that, man, that account. Did not the Achan, the son of Zerah, commit a trespass in the accursed thing, and wrath fell on all the congregation of Israel? And that man perished not alone, you see? And that man perished not alone in his iniquity, you see? And that man perished not alone in his iniquity. It's just telling us this, man. So in the NLT, didn't divine anger fall on the entire community of Israel when Achan, a member of the clan of Zerah, sinned by stealing the things set apart for the Lord? He was not the only one who died because of his sin. His sin, you see? So, hey, man, this is that simple, man. You know? Call on Yahawah Yahawah Wachakodash. Keep doing this work. You know, stay diligent. Pray to endure all the way to the end. That, you know, you may be able to save yourself and those that hear you, you know, by this word, you know, by continuing in this doctrine. Okay? And may the Lord Yahawashi have mercy on your soul, you know, in your household, man. You know, because this is our reasonable sacrifice. You know, period. You take that away, there's no more atonement. So now the Lord has to meet the amends by, you know, requiring your blood. But it's even worse now because you in the truth. So he'll require you and your family, you know. But just like on the beautiful end of it, he'll bless you and your family. You see? So stay in this truth. All right? Call Allah Yahawah Shah. Everybody stay in this truth. Shalom.